How do I stop having feelings for a girl who isn't interested in me romantically? Gabriel Garcia Marquez said, "Giving friendship to the one who seeks love is like giving bread to the one who is thirsty. You should move on since it's not friendship what you're looking for. Either stop being friends or find a new girl to get over it. Learn how to control your feelings." I get that is a very thanks Simcured response, but this is what it is. I have had this happen. I figured it out by rationalizing myself out of it. Do I really love this person or is it just a crush? If I really actually love this person, then I would respect their decision and love them no matter what type of relationship we have. If it's just a crush, then I have to remember the importance of our friendship. A stupid crush is no reason to ruin a friendship over. I need to get over myself and respect them as a friend. You should love your friends enough to do this. If I have a crush on them and cannot respect them enough to get over it and preserve our friendship, then clearly I am not as much of their friend as I thought I was. At that point I need to ask myself if I am being a good friend at all in the first place. Maybe I need to stop being their friend for their sake as well as mine. If you find yourself doing this often, where you put the sex you are attracted to in the date zone by default and then leave them when it doesn't work out, you really should be taking a step back and get counseling for this. This behavior will indeed affect your ability to form healthy relationships and cause a lot of issues for yourself and those around you. You need to be forming healthy platonic relationships with both sexes. So okay, I rationalized this and decided to condition myself out of this feeling so I can preserve my friendship. Usually if I start falling into the feelings, I forcibly trigger new feelings by inducing healthier thoughts. Like, I really respect this person, they mean a lot to me. I am going to be as good as a friend as I can to them because they are a good person and deserve that from me. This usually triggers a new set of feelings. Yes, they still are very powerful feelings of love, however the love is now more focused on platonic respect rather than sexual. Being able to trigger thoughts like this and change your feelings is something that takes empathy. However, if you find yourself not being able to perform this triggering exercise like this, you may have an underdeveloped empathy function and you should also get counseling for that. Edit. I also forgot to throw in a very important other point. Love is extremely powerful. I know people just think "died of a broken heart" is an expression, but no. It is actually a proper medical condition and it actually can be fatal. Your psychological state has a direct link to your physical body, and it will make you extremely vulnerable. Does not matter if the love is platonic or sexual. You have to ask yourself if this person is worth your love. Pay attention to how she treats you. She needs to be showing signs of respecting your boundaries, like you respected her boundary to keep the relationship platonic. Your love is valuable, you have to remember that. Yes, of course, you should always be humanitarian and give everyone respect and kindness as reasonably as you can. However, your deeper love, the kind that comes from forming fundamental memories and extensive experiences with someone, you really have to safeguard that kind of love and only give that power over you to people who will respect it. When you take a break, instead of pining over her, work on yourself. Think about what you want to do in order to have a glow up. Maybe hair, cloths, hobby, whatever it is. I suggest reading the book Paddle Your Own Canoe. It's funny and have some great life tips for being a mature man. Don't go back to seeing her. Go out and find someone else to put your time and emotions into. Socializing in new circles, etc. Also, don't find women by being their friend first if you think there's a vibe. Ask them out fairly quickly. Set the tone that you're looking for relationships, not friendships. Accept the Mack truck of emotions when they hit you. And make sure not to slip into the behavior of trying to change the situation. It's certainly possible to stay friends. But the reason you don't want to cut her out of your life is you care about her. And so the only real way to stop feeling for her is to dislike her. Which would be dishonest. Simple. You got to go cold turkey. Remove yourself from her life entirely. If your end goal was to be together, then being friends won't work. Find someone else. Don't get attached, and if things don't work, there rinse and repeat till someone clicks and things work out. No need fawning over someone who doesn't feel the same way. Even had one woman try to contact me multiple times over the years. Just ignore and never respond. I know a lot of the other comments are saying that you should stop hanging out with her completely. No matter how much you might want to be friends. But that strikes me as a somewhat immature and overly absolutist attitude. You can still be friends with someone you've previously crushed on. In fact, it's probably a good idea to learn how. Because it's extremely likely that you'll eventually end up crushing on a coworker or something. And expecting to be able to completely ice them because you can't handle your feelings is not gonna fly. But first, be honest with yourself. Do you actually want to be friends? Or are you secretly hoping she might start returning your feelings if you stick around? If it's the latter, you should just let her go and stop hanging around with her. You probably can be friends with her. But if you don't actually want to be friends, and you're just pretending in the hopes of getting romantic, then you should stop leading her on and pretending that she has a friend in you when she obviously doesn't. Now, assuming you actually do want to be friends with her, know that it's actually fine that you're attracted to her, just like it's fine that she doesn't return your feelings. The problem here isn't your feelings or her feelings. It's that the mismatch is hurting you. So the real solution is to come to terms with the mismatch and learn to be okay with it. That will come with time. Your crush will fade. It kinda sounds like you're already on your way. The fact that you only get hit by your feelings every couple of weeks is a good sign. That time will get longer and longer until, eventually, it just never happens again at all. Avoid situations that feel intimate. Hang out in groups, rather than one-on-one with her. If any of your mutual friends know about your crush, make sure you tell them, in absolutely clear terms, that you want to let go of your feelings and that they should not try to play wingman or matchmaker, as they may try to place you two into intimate situations in a misguided attempt to help. If you get hit by your feelings in a group gathering, shift your focus to a different person. Affirm your goals. If you're having a hard time with your feelings, repeat to yourself that it's okay that she isn't interested, and that you want to let go of these feelings so you can just be friends. Check in with yourself often. Make sure it remains true that you want to be friends. Because feelings are sneaky and can change. Ask yourself if this is hurting too much. It's okay to let go if you're having too difficult a time with it. You're not wrong or bad for struggling with this situation. It sucks objectively. And lastly, be honest with her. If you're having a hard time, tell her so. Be honest that you want to be friends, that you want to let go of your crush, but that letting go of these sorts of feelings isn't something that can be done on command or very quickly. If you want, you two can see each other less, not at all, for a few months. It might be easier to let go of your crush if you spend some time apart, so you can be friends again later. If she's actually a good friend to you, she'll understand. It's important for you to respect her feelings, but it's also important for her to respect yours. You're respecting her feelings by not pushing for a relationship, and she should respect yours by understanding that letting go of a crush can be hard and painful, and she should be willing to support you in that, in reasonable ways. Of course, if that means hanging out less often for a little while, then so be it. And if she's not okay with that, then, well, that sucks. But you've dodged a bullet, my guy. CBT. Self-talk. You don't have to quit your friend, just remind yourself repeatedly that she is your friend. And that's it. Jack off. I had this. I met someone else and it went away. It didn't work out with that person, but it made me lose attraction to my friend anyway. Find something you don't like about her. Whenever the attraction hits, remind yourself of what you don't like. The more flaws you can list, the better. This will tone down the attraction back to friendship level. At least it has for me in the past. I have been there and done that. I can't even stress enough how much that hurts. Sorry for the caps, but it is the shittiest feeling ever. Please tell me the solution to this as well. The same thing is gonna happen to me soon. So I'm holding myself from expressing my feelings. It's still hard, but it's somewhat clear that she's not interested and I can't take this risk. Because it will ruin our friendship. But God, there's no way to just say I will forget her. Cut ties. Been there. It's awkward for a while, but it gets better. You just have to distract yourself with other things. Eventually you'll move on. Why waste time being interested in someone who's not interested in you? Sorry, but the answer is you gotta just not be around her in time. Sooner or later the feelings will fade and you'll be fine. It's not gonna be fun in the meantime, so maybe work out or get into a hobby. I know it's brutal feeling the way you do, but your infatuation will go away. Find another. You are hung up on the loss. I think I gave this advice before. Will you be able to handle her dating and being intimate with other guys without being hurt? Why do you want to torture yourself like this? I have to commend you on shooting your shot. Now you can move on. End the friendship, since it will prevent you from moving on. Had a huge crush years ago for a coworker before I was married. Turned out she was gay. I found out without embarrassing myself. Problem solved.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.